what happened yesterday or last night that all of a sudden Carlos Correa is a member of the New York Mets?
I'm still trying to figure out the details, Dan, but I think the sketch looks like this. Carlos Correa had agreed to a 13-year, $350 million deal with the San Francisco Giants. Such agreements, of course, are pending physical examination. In the physical examination, something came up. I don't know what specifically at this point that spooked the Giants. And when that deal seemingly fell apart, Steve Cohen, the New York Mets owner, who had at the 11th hour prior to Correa's agreement with the Giants, talked with Correa about a potential deal, rekindled things with Scott Boras, Correa's agent, and over the course of the next 5 or so hours, they hammered out a 12-year, $315 million deal that took the Mets payroll to the cusp of $500 million, and it would be the most expensive team in North American professional sports history. The Mets have, if Correa passes the physical, which he is expected to do at this point, of course,
Wait. Hold on.
$800 million. I mean,
So the medical issue that the Giants brought up is not going to be a medical issue with the Mets?
One would presume, if Steve Cohen's going on the record with the New York Post talking about how Carlos Correa is the missing piece. Now, maybe doctors go to him and say, no, you can't do this. I mean, we already saw that happen with a $350 million contract. But, you know,
this sounds like cold feet, Jeff. This strikes me as, do you really want to go to the Giants? There's not much here. Wonderful franchise, wonderful city, great fan base. Do you really want to go here?
Why would you agree in the first place?
I don't. Well, because the money, you couldn't turn it down. Scott Boras doesn't go for the second best offer. It's always the best offer. And you're going to turn down $350 million. Now you just signed for 13 for $315 or whatever it is. Feels like Carlos Correa may have said to Scott Boras, you know what? I just don't feel, this doesn't feel right. This isn't where I want to be. Because if I'm going to buy a house, but I can't inspect it, but it's going to cost me $300 million, or there's an issue, but I don't know exactly what it is, I would have some concerns about that. This just feels like it's cold feet on Carlos Correa.
That I do not know at this point. I will say this, though. The medical evaluation process, it's complicated. You know, guys go through MRIs, they get blood work done. Stuff comes up. Like, this sort of thing happens probably a little more frequently than the public realizes, because behind the scenes, there can be renegotiation on the deal. And you know, if there's any cold feet, maybe it came after the Giants said, hey, we have an issue, we have a problem here. And then at that point, all bets are off.